So it was all about starting from scratch. There's another one, we didn't start off well in maps. Things are overhyped in the short term and underhyped in the medium term. But this, I don't think any of us saw this.
What's it like to have a chat with one of the driving forces behind the Apple online store, iTunes, iCloud, Maps, Apple TV Plus, even the latest F1 movie? I had that opportunity. Eddy Cue, Senior Vice President of Services, was traveling around Asia, stopped in Singapore. We were at the Marina Bay Sands Apple store, and he was so giving with his time. We talked a bit about Apple Intelligence as well. So maybe some insightful things for you guys out there, because obviously this is a big week coming up for Apple. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the chat, and let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Enjoy. Great. How do you like Singapore?
It's an amazing city. Spirit, the fact that there's so many people from around the world, so positive.
I know it is, right?
It's exciting. Very, very exciting. We met a few singers, directors, musicians. It was just, it's just an amazing place.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I mean, there's so much talent here. I mean, that's the one thing. I've been here for 19 years.
Okay.
And it just blows me away, the talent. And obviously it's kind of like this big hub for everything going on.
So why did you come here 19 years ago?
Long story short, entertainment industry. Okay. So I was doing a lot of it in LA and in California. Actually worked at Apple previously before I moved here. Yeah. And I had some opportunities. I shot a film here in 2004, came back in 2007 to do promotion on it. And I thought, let's give Asia a shot because it's so uniquely different. You know what I mean? And it worked out. I got to do a lot of things, radio and TV and tech, and get to do all this.
My first time was 30 years ago.
Really?
At Apple.
Yeah.
We used to have our manufacturing of Macs here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So the manufacturing facility was here. I still remember standing up top looking at a line of Macs going down the manufacturing line. So it was very cool.
I mean, what was that like from that now to then? I mean, in terms of just the growth of Asia, but then also all that experience.
It's hard to picture. I mean, I always look at it. I still remember a moment. It's like whenever you went anywhere, you'd see like maybe one person using an Apple, like a Mac or something like that. Yeah. And I remember once taking a red eye, sitting at the airport waiting to board. And there was a couple people with Macs, a bunch of people with iPods, and I was like, "Oh my God, we've actually made it!" And so it's amazingly cool. I think it's been a tremendous amount of work, but it's been so much fun to watch.
And when you see a store like this, I mean, did you guys ever think when you joined Apple 36 years ago that this would be where Apple is at today?
Well, the way I met Steve was I helped build the online store, and I remember Steve. We got done, and he said, "One day, I want to have retail stores." And I remember thinking that's kind of crazy. I was like, retail stores, really? At the time, all the retail computers things were going under or whatever. And so it's hard. So it's hard to imagine retail stores at the time, but you can see our products are products you have to touch and feel and see. They're not commodity products. And so I could see that. But this, I don't think any of us saw this. And so this is just one of the best stores in the world. And it's amazing.
I mean, when you look at it, it's an engineering marvel, like a lot of your stores are, but then it's so simple in a lot of ways to the outside world. And I mean, I guess that kind of relates to the services that you look after, Apple TV Plus and Maps and iCloud. By the way, congratulations on F1 the movie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I heard just topped Superman for a global box office. That's awesome.
It did. It's a personal favorite. I'm a huge F1 fan. I'm looking forward. I can't make the race this year here. I've been wanting to come, but I'm coming. It's on my calendar to come next year.
Okay. Are you going to go to Vegas?
I will be there. That's an easier trip.
But the race is very late at night there, right?
Yeah, they're finally moving it up now.
Okay.
Because it's a disaster, right? I mean, I was like, they've put a time that doesn't work for anybody. It's finally getting moved up a couple hours, I heard.
Okay, yeah, because it's freezing cold in the desert there at that time, yeah. I'm from Vegas originally.
All right, okay, there you go.
Born and raised, so I'm thinking the first year was 11 p.m. at night or something. It was nuts.
Well, West Coast time.
Yeah.
They started at 10:30 at night West Coast time, so it's 1 morning or whatever it was in East Coast. There was no way anybody was watching. Around it. So yeah, but the movie was sensational. It's been so much fun to watch. It's Brad Pitt's biggest movie ever.
I know.
He was so good. Damson, Carey, I mean, they were all just, and you walk out of that movie feeling good with a smile, which is fun to see. It's like back in the old Hollywood days.
Exactly. I was going to say that. That's something that I thought about. I want to ask you about this too, because obviously Hollywood's had a bit of a challenging time over the past number of years, grabbing audiences into it in a lot of ways. But this brought me back to the 80s and 90s, kind of what Top Gun did, what Top Gun Maverick did for, bringing people back into the theater. This kind of brought people into the summer blockbuster again. Was that something that you guys wanted to do with this going forward?
Well, when we started TV Plus, it was all about starting from scratch, all original, no licensing. So we didn't have any IP. Yeah. And so the thing was, we have to build everything brand new. And when we don't have, any kind of superhero or, here's our 5th version of, dinosaurs or anything like that, right? So everything had to be from scratch. But I loved the challenge of that because we wanted to be original. We wanted to be something that was really great and moving people and fun, make people cry, make people laugh. F1 does that in spades.
It does. It does. Were you a fan of F1 before Drive to Survive, or was it something,
I've been a fan of F1, ironically, since I was a kid. I'm a big car guy, and I used to play with little Matchbox cars all the time. And I found out about F1 reading a magazine because when I was a kid, F1 was not on television in the US.
Right.
And I was a big Ferrari person. So I would read at every week, this magazine called Auto Week would come out and they would put an article on the F1 race. And that's how I discovered F1 and how I started following it.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
yeah, I know there's rumors of Apple and F1 doing more together. Hopefully that happens because I would love to see that on Vision Pro.
I don't know, did you get a chance to see we did a Vision Pro, about a 2.5 minute of Brad driving the car with the camera on top.
Phenomenal.
Which is amazing. It's the closest you can ever get to actually driving the car.
That platform, to me, I'm a big Vision Pro fan. And in terms of services, I wanted to ask you about this as well, because this is the next level, I guess, in terms of how we're going to engage in content in so many ways. And every experience I've had with Vision Pro has the team, whoever's working from the UI to the subtlety of the graduation of colors and how you're just floating in the cloud, it's unbelievable. But how do you see Vision Pro going in the future in terms of services and working with it? Because it's such a unique way to interact, right?
Yeah, it's different. It doesn't come around. I guess, I'm sure that was true when color cameras came out or something like that, right? It's revolutionary. And it lets you present things and lets the fan or the person looking at something actually be there in a way that you're not watching, you're actually there and participating in it. And so it gives content creators just an amazing capability that they've never had. And so, it's the thing of if it's scary, you get really scared. If it's driving the car, you feel like you're actually driving the car. The way you can tell stories looking around and it's just nothing like it. It's like being in the real world, but you're in Vision Pro.
It's funny. I actually did this drive recently with Porsche. We went to Chiang Mai in Thailand and we took the 911 GTST hybrid.
Oh, wow.
And we went through the hills. And so they put a 360 camera inside of it and I imported into Vision Pro. And it is the most surreal thing. I'm trying to get this to bring it over to Instagram to show it onto a reel, but you can't. It's hard to take that experience and put it. It's so hard.
The only way you can get that experience is to be in the car.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. But it brings you there in a very visceral way. But kind of going back to the services that you work with, because you guys are sort of the pioneer of the ecosystem. And really, when you think about it, from iTunes to iCloud to everything else, what has been the one service that you've worked on was that pivotal moment that you go, this has changed Apple?
There've been a few. The first one certainly was iTunes. We didn't really have services before that. And so obviously this idea of buying songs was a concept, people really didn't have at 99 cents. It was really fun because you preview and hit buy. Apple Pay is another one. It's hard to imagine. I've been traveling for a week here. I don't have any cash. I've been using Apple Pay the whole time I've been here. And so that's revolutionary and game changer for people.
It is.
And so that's been fun to watch and how fast it's grown is crazy. And so, Maps is another one. We didn't start off well in Maps, but then we decided, no, we're not going to do Maps. We want to make the best maps in the world. And so here in Singapore, we just did our new maps with, we take the key points in the city and we create these amazing visual effects on them. And so it's there's so much to do and it's so much fun.
And what I like what you did about Maps as well too, that with the Detail City Experience, I think it's called, right? And then you see all the different lanes, which helps a lot, especially in a congested city like this. But I love that you guys have created a language that how people normally drive, like the next light, turn left, not this light, the next light, versus other systems out there that are very, robotic in the way that they converse. It's a very human way. So when I'm listening to Apple Maps I mean, because obviously in America, when I was there a few years ago, it was really good, obviously, but it's grown in Asia tremendously. But I found it to be so, okay, this makes sense to me. I'm not getting lost again versus, okay, 200 meters, 300 meters, 400 meters. You know what I mean? It's like next light, turn left, or right. It makes sense.
I think it's one of those things of when we're creating products, you want to make sure you're always thinking of it from the user point of view. And the thing that I love about what I get to do and my teams get to do is we live on our products, right? So we're using our products night and day. Yeah. So why would you do it any other way, right? It's like, so it doesn't make any sense. And so sometimes you use a product and you're wondering like, did this person ever actually use it? And so we don't have that excuse.
Fair enough. I mean, that's true. Because the one thing is that, and I agree with you, I think that's what makes the ecosystem that you guys have built so intuitive and so easy, from AirDrop to music to everything. I want to talk a little bit about Apple Intelligence. And I wanted to get your thought process on this, because I know there's the tech media's version of Apple Intelligence or AI or what they perceive it to be, but then also the real world. And from my perspective, at least, is that I think there's a big divide. And that in this world that YouTube and tech journalists, everybody's just living and breathing AI, and they use it in a very different way than maybe the average person does. And I think what Apple's done with this, they kind of slowly brought it to the average person in a way where it doesn't intimidate them, it doesn't scare them, and it's already integrated into a lot of the service. But I want to get your opinion on that.
Look, I think right now things are overhyped in the short term and underhyped in the medium term.
Yeah.
And the beauty of what we're trying to bring is how it works in your everyday life, so that it's like everything we just finished talking about. No matter what product it is that you're using, AI is going to be a big component of it. It's going to make you so much faster, better. It's going to help you. It's exactly what we've been about. I love that we were the bicycle for the mind, and AI just takes us to a whole nother level. And so, we're starting this. One of the great things is your phone, for example, knows a lot about you. Apple doesn't know a lot about you, but your phone does. And so your personal data is really critical for AI if you want to make it work great. But do you really want to give all your text messages, all your emails to somebody? You don't. And so we have these advantages that I think are going to be really great for customers as we continue to evolve. But you've got the key point, which is you got to make it so that it's really usable for people.
Right.
And in a way, usable means most of our services honestly are invisible.
Yeah.
You put a note in your iPhone and it's just on your iPad, and you don't even think about it, right? You don't have to do anything. It's like the same thing of whether it's a turn direction. All those things are something you don't have to think about. That's how we want to do AI. It's not this one place that you go to. It's built into everything we're doing.
I think that was one of the things, because when I use, let's say, ChatGPT, you have to give it a certain prompt to make it think a certain way. And if you don't, it goes and it gives you a lot of false information. Like when you do search, you have to say, go on the web or look on the web to find this information. Otherwise, it talks to you like it knows it's true. I'm using it as an example. I mean, obviously, all the AI platforms have their own way of doing it. But that was my biggest fear, is that are people going to get a lot of false information? But the way you guys do it is very interesting. It's not that way.
There's searching, which is one component, and AI will certainly make that better over time. But there's a lot more than searching.
Yeah, of course.
Around it. And so it's just from the, one of the simple things we do right now that are great is just auto responses for your text messages so that you could quickly respond. But when I look at what we're doing with AI, it's all about helping you be better at whatever it is you're doing around it. And so it's an exciting time though, because there's so much happening.
There is. It's a very, very exciting time. And I guess how it integrates into the services as well. I wanted to chat to you a little bit more about CarPlay and about how your services go into it, because CarPlay is really, obviously CarPlay Ultra, which I'm sure the partnership with Aston Martin and then going with other manufacturers, and how your services are integrating with that. And look, I was a kid growing up in the 80s. Do you think we'll ever get to that point where we go, hey, Kit, get over here, and our watch and our phone and our car is all that thing?
I do. I think that, a lot of these things have come true that were in the past that seemed kind of crazy. But and your car, look, the advantage that we have with CarPlay is you don't change your car very often. The technology, by the way, is also cars have to work a long time. So a car that's getting shipped today was really designed 3, 4, 5 years ago. And so being able to bring your phone and have it be the technology that's in your car is huge, because it makes it current, it gets updated, it gives you all these capabilities that you wouldn't have. So it's hard to imagine having a car without CarPlay now.
Right.
So it's definitely, you're going to see more and more.
Awesome. I can't wait for it. Eddie, thank you so much. I know you got a busy day. I want to say thank you so much. Really appreciate this. Thank you.